Mm. Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this just doesn't work. Man, what a great evening that was last night. I can't believe that Demario Davis sat right here and did an interview with us here. Hopefully, that's the first of many. And if any of you out there want to get on this seat and have some shrimp and grits, I'll be more than happy to have you guys here. But I keep trying to work hard and everything else to bring you the best news and coverage and stuff on the Cowboys, give you guys a little insight in life and so on. And we're working hard to get better every single day. And I got to tell you, I wish it weren't the off season. I am ready for the NFL season right now. I cannot wait till we have games on again, to be sitting down here live streaming during the games, talking about the Cowboys and the matchups and stuff on the week and everything else. But the off season is necessary. You got guys that need to heal. Tyron Smith and that back and things, Lyle Collins and his back. Sean Lee working on those hamstrings and everything else. Guys need time to heal because, football, it's one hell of a grind. The things that they do to stay on the field is just unbelievable. And of course, teams need to start figuring out what direction they're going to go, what kind of plays they're going to run, how to stop other teams. And we've got to learn how to stop the Philadelphia Eagles. Last year, we didn't look at the Eagles as being the threat. We looked at the New York Giants being the threat. And lo and behold, here came the Eagles, who are now Super Bowl champions. We all know that have never been a big fan of Jason Garrett and things, but Jason Garrett is what we have. But I got to tell you, I'm actually beginning to feel excited. And I actually have hope for next year. And the hope is Kris Richards. I feel like already our defense is changing. In fact, I feel like Kris Richards is our de facto defensive coordinator. I feel like Rod Marinelli is beginning to kind of take a little bit step away from being the coordinator. He's got the problems with his hips and stuff. He's not a spring chicken, He always has the references of dinosaurs and things. But what I like is, and one of the things that was always my pet peeve is, Rod Marinelli, and the defense served pretty well for what he had as far as players. Clearly, the Cowboys spend majority of their money on offense and not on defense. But his philosophy was bend, don't break. Give up the short plays, don't give up the big ones, and hope that the other team makes a mistake or your offense holds on to the ball long enough that the other team doesn't have enough time to win. And when you have a lack of players, that can be the way to go. Because if you're taking risks and stuff and you don't have the players that can do it, you can get burned. As opposed to being a slow death, it can be, boom, instantaneous. But with that philosophy, unfortunately, the 2015, the 2016, the 2017 season, we have not gotten very many turnovers. 2014, we were one of the top teams in turnovers, and of course, you saw what that did for our team. 2016, we didn't get a lot of turnovers, but we didn't make a lot of turnovers. So it still was kind of null and void. But turnovers are game changers. They will change the momentum. And the thing about it is you can be going along real good, and all of a sudden, one play, one mistake can all of a sudden change the tide of a game. We saw how Ryan Switzer's fumble on that punt, literally, we were up. The momentum was on our side. All of a sudden, boom, you let the team back in. Then all of a sudden, you end up they have the ball at the end of the half. They get the ball at the second half. Now your offense is just sitting on the sidelines watching. Meantime, your defense is getting worn out. The momentum is now on their side, and now it's too late to get back in the game. We need those turnovers. And one of the things that Kris Richards is famous for is the Legion of Boom. And with the Legion of Boom, they're aggressive. They're going after you. They are in your face. And they get turnovers. One of the players for Seattle, a rookie, and I'm sorry his name escapes me right now, who's really disappointed that Kris Richards was let go. But he said that Kris Richards taught him a lot about life, about on the field, and he likes the aggressiveness. And that this guy had, as a rookie, I think he's from Central Florida, 57 tackles. Fantastic as a rookie, third-round draft pick. I'm getting old and forgetful. But aggressive defense. I don't want to see 8-yard cushions. And offenses are just saying, you know what? We'll take that 5-yard out because they can't stop it with an 8-yard cushion. I want to see that chuck on the line. You know, and by that chuck is you've got 5 yards that you can touch the receiver and get him off his route. And if you can get a good chuck, you can mess up that timing between that receiver and the quarterback. That's one of those things that we did not do last year very much. And like I said, every time I would see, oh, damn, look how far they are off the ball. Knock the crap out of the receivers in that 5-yard chuck. Get them off of their game. Make them worry about getting their head taken off the first couple of steps. And get an aggressive safety that literally, if you're a receiver and you're thinking about having to go across the middle, you think twice about going across the middle. So that's my hope on the defense. And in the end, when you look at the Dallas Cowboys that have been great teams, Super Bowl winning teams, Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett and Troy Aikman, Emmett, and Michael Irving get all the press. We look at those guys and say Super Bowl champions. But we forget about the great defenses that were there. In the 90s, the Dallas Cowboys were ranked as a number 1 defense. Yeah. Back in the 70s, it was the doomsday defense. And if we are going to challenge for those Super Bowls, we need to be a top 10 defense. Better yet, a top 5. A defense that's ball hawking. And I'm hoping that Kris Richards is the one to start getting us back to there. All right, guys, it's Friday. We'll be here tonight live streaming at 9 o'clock Eastern. I hope you guys will tune in. Our live streams are growing like crazy. The channel's growing like crazy, and we're closing in on 20,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough. And it's, of course, the off season. So we are building and getting better and getting ready for the 2018 season. I'm Mark Holmes. This is CowboyJobu, and I hope you have a great Friday. 2nd and goal from the 2, guys. The Dallas Cowboys down by 3 points. And Alfred Morris with the touchdown. And Redskin fans are cheering Alfred Morris.